Welcome to the County Connection, your direct link to everything happening in beautiful Shenandoah County. Presented by the Shenandoah County Chamber of Commerce, we're here to plug you into the businesses, people, and stories that make our community shine. Get ready to be informed, inspired, and connected. This is the County Connection.
Welcome back to the County Connection, brought to you by the Shenandoah County Chamber of Commerce. I'm Justin Wightman.
And I'm Stuart Freakley. We're excited to have you join us today as we dive into another fantastic local business, making waves here in Shenandoah County.
Absolutely, Stuart. Today, we're getting ready for a delicious conversation with the folks behind a business that's bringing a classic snack with a local twist to our community. We're talking about Blue Ridge Popcorn.
That's right. And we're so pleased to welcome the owner of Blue Ridge Popcorn, Jennifer Osbourn, and one of their talented managers, Quinn Neff, to the show. Jennifer, Quinn, welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming on.
Jennifer, let's start at the very beginning. What sparked the idea for Blue Ridge Popcorn, and how did this delicious concept come to be?
So this concept was completely my husband's idea. Seriously, I came home one day last fall, and he was like, gourmet popcorn. And I said, sure, let's do it. And it just grew from there. A lot of research, a lot of time. I mean, I really turned research and the computer and watching popcorn videos and all the things into a full-time job. It took a lot of research to get that off the ground in, I think it was like 6 months later.
Yeah, that's crazy. It had to be a lot of research because I learned right before the show that there were two different types of kernels I would have had known. Yeah, that blew my mind. I just thought all popcorn kernels were the same. So that was
interesting rabbit hole.
Fun fact for me. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So great vision. That's awesome, fantastic. And speaking of local, that brings us a really interesting point. Your corn. How did you go about sourcing your corn locally? What was that process like? Connect with farmers in the area.
Yeah, so my husband actually found the farmer. So it is Green Acres Farms in Dayton, Virginia. Really just good farmer out there, and he grows corn. He hand cleans the kernels, and then you just contact him and let him know how many. He sells them in 50-pound bags. You let him know what kind of kernels you want to pick up and how many pounds, and he puts them into the burlap sacks and sets them out by the barn, and you just come pick them up.
Doesn't get much more local than that, man.
It's very local.
So I guess popcorn is a different type of corn than, field corn, sweet corn.
You got it.
I mean, a different everything, I'm sure, to that. Yeah.
Yeah, and there are different places in the valley you can buy Green Acre kernels.
Okay.
So if you're just in the market for buying the kernels, you can contact him directly, and he sells out of some stores, I know, in Harrisonburg as well.
Okay. That's great.
Cool.
Great to know.
Beyond the corn, what about your other suppliers? For, say, your seasonings to packaging, and how did you go about finding the right partners for your Blue Ridge Popcorn?
Sure. So our main supplier is called Gold Medal. They're out of Cincinnati, Ohio. And then they have some smaller shops in different places throughout the country. So the closest one to us is Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
But they have distributors. So the closest one is in Richmond.
Yep.
So I do have to drive a ways to get most of our supplies. But those are just like the basics. So like mixes that are pretty standard in the popcorn industry. But I like to create new flavors. Quinn knows that I go rogue often. And so I try to find things, collaborations with other businesses, whether it's spices or honeys, things that are popular in other fields. Most recently, I contacted Hotbox Food because I'm in love with their Mother Cluckin' fries with the hot honey sauce. And I was like, you've got to tell me about this hot honey. And so he gave me a cup of his hot honey, and we made a hot honey caramel popcorn. And it's delicious. Yeah. Great reviews.
Yeah.
We made it. It's not even on the menu. It wasn't a pop drop. We just announced it on Facebook, and it's way more than half gone. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Quinn. Any ones that you really liked that she created, and maybe some that you were like, maybe don't do that one again.
The lemon blueberry one.
I had that. Yeah. That was at the ribbon cutting, right?
Yeah.
That was good.
It's really good. I like that one. Even the most recent one, the hot honey caramel one.
Yeah.
Really, really good. It's going like crazy. I've had multiple people come in and order bags of it. And I didn't even know it was on the board yet. So I just thought we were making it for like some special order or something.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, people are buying it. And I'm like, where'd this come from?
That's awesome.
That's good.
Yeah, staff get a little flustered when they're like, this isn't on the register. And I'm like,
Yeah.
just ring it up as something else.
Yeah.
I didn't even have time to put it on.
That's great. That's great. So, well, listen, I know starting a new business can be a daunting task. The Chamber is always eager to highlight resources available to entrepreneurs. Jennifer, how did the Shenandoah County Chamber of Commerce and perhaps Laurel Small Business Development Center assist you in getting Blue Ridge Popcorn off the ground?
Yeah, so I'm kind of a serial entrepreneur. I love business and creativity and coming up with new ideas. So every time I have the idea for a new business, the first thing I do is reach out to the county and the town. So I'll meet with Jenna and John from the county and run it by them and get some ideas of what their thoughts are. Then I'll meet with Katie from the town of Woodstock and get her feedback. And so I've got some regular people that I reach out to, and I always, of course, go to Sharon at the Chamber and bounce ideas before we roll with them and make sure that that's a need that's in the community. But I have recently used the Small Business Development Center as well. I've used them with previous businesses. I've used them with this business. It's great resources to get information from, but also I just love the Chamber for all of the networking opportunities. Yeah. So I really, really think that's a huge, valuable asset that people need to take advantage of when they're a business here.
Yeah, sounds like some great sounding boards out there. So
for sure.
That's awesome.
That's good. That's great to hear. To Quinn, as a manager of Blue Ridge Popcorn, you're on the front lines in there every day. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us a little bit about the working environment and the culture at Blue Ridge Popcorn, and what's it like being part of that team?
The environment there is, I like it. It's really, obviously being a new business, you never really know what to expect. Yeah. You're working with a bunch of new people who you've met not often, but I mean, through the past, 2-3 months, it's been a lot better than I expected, a lot more social with other employees. I mean, I get along with almost everyone there. The environment there is great. Everyone loves working there. I mean, I haven't heard anything bad from anybody about what's been going on, what we've been making, what we've been selling, all sorts of stuff like that. I mean, everything about it is just great. I mean, I enjoy being part of the team there. It's awesome.
That's great. That's really great to hear. Yeah. So it sounds like a dream job, right? From an employee's perspective, what are some of the most rewarding aspects of working at Blue Ridge Popcorn? And perhaps what have been some of the most interesting challenges you've faced so far?
The most rewarding thing, in my opinion, is working from Monday to Friday, packaging stuff for events, and then going out and selling out of all of it.
That's awesome.
For example, Bryce Fest. We know a lot about that, running out of kettle corn. That was awesome. Because, I mean, when you make as much as you do, you don't think you ever sell out of it.
Yeah.
It's amazing going to those events and
thinking you could have had more.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You had the space, right?
Should have made more kettle corn.
It's a great problem,
to
wish you made more.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for the kettle corn down there. That's Jennifer knows. It's great.
Made with mushroom kernels.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Not butterfly.
Yeah.
That's right. I've got a task or thought. We need an Autumn Fest themed popcorn.
Okay.
By the way, I don't know what
Yeah, a little barbecue.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it, but roll that around.
Something with wood splitting. No, I'm just kidding. No.
Yeah.
Maybe something smoky.
Smoked barbecue, smoked popcorn.
I've already got some collaborations.
There we go.
Something chicken seasoning on there. Some poultry seasoning.
That's right.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we can do for that.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what you come up with.
We're on it.
Speaking of collaborations,
tell us about this bottle you got up here.
What do we got going on
So
here?
many collaborations. So
that's right.
We are having so much fun coming up with different wine and popcorn pairings. So we've got our Muse wine here. I believe they are sponsoring today's episode. Thanks, Sally. And then another collaboration is this popcorn. So this is one we recently did with the Theater Shenandoah. So we offer fundraisers at Blue Ridge Popcorn. This is our popcorn for a cause. So we ran this Do You Want to Pop a Snowman flavor for 2 weeks in our shop, and 50% of all the sales from this flavor went back to Theater Shenandoah.
Awesome.
If you didn't get to go see it, they did a Frozen Junior theater camp, and they ran that for 2 weeks. And at the end, they put on the play for like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They ran the play, and they had the bags available for purchase there during the show, but we had it available for that 2 weeks in our shop, and 50% of the sales went back to the theater. So that was a really cool collaboration. And if you're curious, what Do You Want to Pop a Snowman taste like?
Yes, very curious.
So it is cotton candy, like a blue cotton candy flavor, popcorn, and then it has white chocolate drizzle and edible glitter for smoke. Super
Man.
cool.
Sounds magical.
Yeah, but we are always open to collaboration.
Love it.
I'd get yelled at for sampling too much if I worked there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before we wrap up, for our listeners who are undoubtedly craving some Blue Ridge popcorn right now, where can they find your storefront, and where else can they get their hands on your delicious popcorn?
So our store is right across from the hospital on Main Street. We're at 764 South Main beside Divine Consign. We are open 6 days a week. We're just closed on Tuesdays. And then you can also find us in lots of local businesses, and that list is growing. Currently, we're in Shenandoah Caverns, the Town of Strasburg gift shop. At the Visitor Center, we're in the Woodstock Brew House. You can find us oftentimes at Wolf Gap and probably at Muse.
And I will say, local events as well, too, just like around the area. You'd be surprised at how many places we go throughout Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's amazing.
People, and we're usually in more than one spot at the same time. So people are always like, you're everywhere. We try to be.
That's great.
Keep an eye out.
Yeah, I love it. Fantastic. So many ways to get your popcorn fix. Jennifer, Quinn, thank you both so much for joining us today on the County Connection. It's truly inspiring to see a local business like Blue Ridge Popcorn thrive, built on quality, community, and, of course, deliciousness.
That's right.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in to another episode of the County Connection. We encourage you to go out and support Blue Ridge Popcorn and all their incredible local businesses here in Shenandoah County.
For the Shenandoah County Chamber of Commerce, I'm Stuart Freakley.
And I'm Justin Wightman. We'll catch you next time on the County Connection.
To take the next step in growing your business or to become a member, visit the Shenandoah County Chamber of Commerce at www.shenandoahcountychamber.com. There you'll find resources, our event calendar, and a full member directory. Be sure to check us out on our social media on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Thank you for joining us on the County Connection, where we connect business and build community. Remember, staying connected is how we all thrive. See you next time.